Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in the deep playthrough Gran Turismo Sports. I will be holding off on the commentary until after I succeed because I will be discarding all the failed attempts because they are way too many. Becoming quite frustrating. Here we go, see you on the other side. God damn it, way too much braking. I'm so overcautious everywhere, it's annoying. I think this will be again like a 7 something. Finally! Woohoo! God damn it! This was really annoying. I mean, I really like the track. I don't care for the car at all. It's more like a boat than a sports car. And it really took me like 10 tries or something. God damn it, that was annoying. Alright, anyways, let's watch the replay. Not even that good of a time, but it is what it is. And I even made some stupid mistakes again, like braking way too much and then only while you're braking recognizing the corner as a fast corner. Like, oh shit, I'm ditching all this speed and time for nothing. But it's really all about getting to know the track over here. And not becoming frustrated with this car, because it's really... It has like a really long build-up, but once... I'm not sure whether it has to do with degradation of the back tires or something, but once you put in a bit too much steering input, the back side goes and there's no catching it. It's super annoying. It's like a really slow tombola, or I have no idea how to describe it, but only to say that, yeah, the car looks cool as a GT tourer. It is cool, but in my book it's way too big and lumpy to be an agile, nimble sports car for me. No idea why you would turn this car into a race car. Why not take the Z4 or whatever? Of course, this car is not really comparable to the street version, but still, I found the handling not that great. Maybe for an endurance car, 24 hours, it might be, yeah, pretty stable and rock solid, but for getting quickly through a circuit experience, I didn't really like it. Anyways, let's enjoy the Nürburgring, such a cool track. I will try to point out where I think I could have gone quicker. And the sections that I find difficult. This is all pretty well done. Before I took way too much speed off in here. Because you can take these in fourth pretty quickly. Here you have to lift a bit. I went a bit wide there, so that was a mistake. Went in too quickly. Lost speed over here. Because of the correction. This is the really slow one, the second gear left, almost hairpin. This is just flat out, third corner, back to second quickly, maybe you can take it in third. It's all pretty well done. I think this is my favorite section. Blasting downhill here, full speed. Full throttle. And there is a really precarious, or yeah, corner coming up. This one, or no, the next one. This, or that was it already. That corner becomes tighter the longer, the further you get into it, and you are really like already anticipating this flat out section, so you can really be taken off guard. Like, oh yeah, shit, there's a really slow corner just before the flat out section. But once you know the track, and yeah, of course you know you can't anticipate on it, then it's all not that hard. But it really is like practice makes perfect over here. Back to second and into the carousel. Over there. Which I also did not take too well, I guess. Not too bad, but compared to other times where I simply totally missed the banking. Stayed on the inside of the banking, on the flat surface. It's pretty slow. This section I find the most difficult. These are, you can, I think, make a lot of time here, but you can also, if you're, it's very easy to go wide over here. And if you go too slow, you will be losing out on a lot of time. So that section I still don't really have down. This is the YouTube corner, where the camping is, and I think a second gear left-hander. This is pretty full throttle downhill. Then back to third gear, and this is also a section that is pretty quick. Now it's actually almost flat out, but there's one or two corners in it that you do have to lift, and you do have to know those, otherwise you will go wide. By the way, that camping YouTube corner, I think that's called Brunchen. But anyways, actually it is a pretty fun track, to be honest. And it's not that long, 7 minutes. I mean, other tracks are maybe 3 minutes. It's like twice the size of another long track. But I have that section after Brunchen. And this section still, I don't really have it down. And here we are actually, I think, already more or less, yes, completed circuit. One more bend to go, and then you have the straight, and after the straight it's a couple of small corners to get to the finish line. So actually all the hard stuff is already over now. But it really is about the section after the YouTube corner, Brunchen, and then that's difficult. What do you get after that? After that there's also a difficult. That's the flat out section. That is quite difficult. I still have a hard time placing everything. Is the carousel before or after Brunchen? I have actually no idea. I think after. Yes, I think so, but I'm not too sure. And here we go. You can almost smell the start finish line. Last corner. And there we go. There's one thing I would like to quickly check out, and that is indeed whether the carousel is before or after Brunchen. Let's check it out. Quickly get to there. It's for sure somewhere over here. Here's the carousel. I think it's the section after the carousel that I have a difficult time with. Those third gear corners that you can take really quickly. Yes, the carousel is before Brunchen, I guess. You can take them quickly. If you can also take them slowly, but then if you take them quick, you really run the risk of going wide. If you take them slow, you really feel like you're wasting a lot of time. It's hard to drive it on the edge over here. And yes, then we have, yeah, this is Brunchen with all the graffiti and yeah, there's not really a cool angle of the camping place, but it is there. Anyways, in here you have the more, just like the section after Brunchen, which are those third gear corners. This is a similar flowing bend section, but even quicker, and it's actually pretty much of the time flat out. So that latter part of the track I still don't really have down. But that's also logical, because if you fail, you start over. So the beginning half of the track, you simply play way more than the latter half. Because oftentimes you don't even reach the latter half before starting over. Just quickly checking it out a bit. There we go. And there we go. Final third gear corner, then a bit lifting in the final right-hander before the straights, and here we are on the straight again. I will just let the replay finish. I find it very cool to watch. Really gives those old Gran Turismo vibes. Not as great as I had like with Gran Turismo 4 and stuff, in the Italian village and stuff. Well, the graphics were worse then at the time. Comparatively speaking, I was more impressed at the graphics compared to these graphics in this day and age. But still, it does give more or less the Gran Turismo vibes, slightly, currently. Maybe it also has to do with age, I don't know. That it made a bigger impression on me like 10 years ago or something. Anyways, completed. Thank you very much. And let's receive a gift card. Alright, there's one cheapo Nissan and a couple of very cool cars. And we get the cheapo Nissan, which in itself is a pretty cool car actually, I find. Yes, that's a pretty cool car, but it's not the greatest gift card. Alright, we are going to tackle next the Nürburgring Grand Prix track. Let's quickly watch the video and see if we can do 1 or 2 sections before the timer runs out. Let's watch the video. Hello, it's loading. We are in the Beast, the Mercedes AMG GT3 or GTR? No, GT3 I guess. Or is that the SLR? No, it's not the SLR McLaren. Straight out. Flat out. Where's the commentary?
Turn 1 is a corner that turns sharply to the right on a descent. The apex of the corner is hard to see, and braking is difficult here, so you must be careful when to make your approach. Use the white line at pit exit and the asphalt surface on your left as your cues to start braking. Turn tightly around the corner, changing the direction of your car quickly. Ahead of this corner, there are a number of corners that wrap around, and the racing lines you take here will greatly affect your lap time.
Okay.
For turn 2, the Mercedes arena, turn in using the inside curbstones as your cue. Set your apex or clipping point late into the corner. accelerate along the curbstones, and brake towards turn 3. Then set your clipping point at the grey drainage ditch on the inside of the inside curbstones to turn. Switch back and enter turn 4. Again, you will set your clipping point late into the corner and use the full width of the track on exit.
Alright, let's try that. Pretty technical section. Except the start, which is simply flat out. Here we go. Here we come. No more kidding around, people. No more kidding around. Here, I would have preferred to driven the Nürburgring Nordschleife in this one. Sounds way cooler than that BMW. Yes, I'm totally screwing this up. Big time. See you later. Alright, I have 2 more minutes to complete this, according to the timer. I'm not even setting an apex, I'm just... But it was good enough. Yeah. Very nice. Alright, let's see if we can quickly do the next one in this episode as well. Should be possible. Man, I was really screwing about. The Nürburgring Nordschleife time, 6 minutes 57, was pretty sharp. But again, now we are back to the way more lenient times of the more smaller tracks. The target times. On the Nordschleife, it was pretty like, okay, I have to really pay attention. And here you can almost like mess about continuously and you still get gold. Because I for sure was not driving well at that last gold.
For turn 5, use the fork on the right as your mark to start braking. Accelerate out on the center of the track and brake immediately. Turn the steering towards turn 6. When accelerating out of turn 6, use the curbstones on the outer side. Once you've descended the straight, you will come up on the chicane. Use the grey curbstones on your left as your cue to start braking.
That's a good
Keep
tip.
to the inside at partial throttle and use the full width of the track to make your exit.
Right. I didn't actually know what he was saying at the beginning. What did he say? Do we come up on the chicane? No. Let's read the first part because it said something about the braking point. The first sentence, I guess. For turn 5, use the fork on the right as your mark to start braking. Accelerate out on the center of the track and brake immediately. Turn the steering towards turn 6. When accelerating out of turn 6, the curbstones on the outer side. Once you've descended this straight, you come up to the chicane. Use the grey curbstones on the left as your cue to start braking. Keep to the inside at partial throttle. And use the full width of the track to make your exit. Alright, let's do that. God damn it. God damn these people always. Here we go. We are already way above time. Where was that fork? Over here. That looked like a fork to me. Alright, use the curbstones. And now I will do the concrete as my braking point. Keep to the inside, half throttle. And accelerate out of there. God damn it. And that's a wrap. Very nice. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I have to end the episode because I'm nearing the 25-minute marker. hope to see you in the next video, in which we will be tackling more courses in the circuit experience. Let's check it out. Of course, this one, the GP track, and tomorrow I hope to also get. We will do the Tokyo Expressway. I like that one. And then afterwards, a couple of really simple, at least seemingly simple raceways or speedways. And then afterwards, some more real life, more technical circuits are coming up. Suzuka, this is a fantasy one. This is a real life one. A lot to be done still. But anyways, we are over here and we will continue in the next episode. Guys, for the meantime, do not ever try to forget that you will always need to keep on gaming. See you later.